So Australian summer can get, let's say, pretty damn hot. So as you've seen in my last few videos, I've decided to book a holiday to Japan to
train harder, not smarter.
Alright, I'll have to do that. Sure.
There we go.
So with my intentions now set very clear for this holiday, let's get right into the video. So as Man to Japan says in a lot of videos, it gets pretty boring in Tokyo. You're running the same routes all the time. There's so many people, it's unbearable. So I've decided that if I want to train harder, not smarter, I'm going to need to find some new routes, travel around Japan, so that's exactly what I do in this vlog. This is my final time at this rooftop. I've lived here for like 15 years, or in this apartment. Obviously, you know, I've lived overseas for a lot of that as well. But every time I come back, I'm here and I come to this rooftop and embrace just being alone, because this is like one of the only places where you can be alone in Tokyo, because it's so busy down there at street level. But when you come up, you can't see anyone, and I don't know, it's just endless concrete jungle. My goal is to at least fool one person that this is a drone shot. I don't know, there's beauty to that as well, but there's also Mount Fuji right there, which is a crazy view to have from your house. And yeah, a lot of people pay a lot of money to go up to Shibuya Sky right here, but yeah, I don't know, it's just an honor to have such a nice view from the house. I don't have to go to Subiaco Sky, but maybe now I have to because this is my last time here. Wow, feeling pretty appreciative. Japan is also a really good hub, like everyone's always traveling through it. Every time I come back here for like a month or whatever, I always have like friends from all over the world visiting, and I get to catch up with a bunch of people. One last goodbye to this view. Alright guys, a bit of a big upgrade in terms of my running gear. We got an Apex 4 now from COROS. Not gifted this time. My last COROS pastry was kindly gifted by COROS, but this time my mom has given my brother and I a budget, and yeah, I decided to get the Apex 4. Wow, I'm excited. The navigation is going to be really good for my trail running that I'm doing, because I used to only have breadcrumb navigation, which is not that good. Some of you guys will know what I'm talking about, but yeah, I'm less likely to get lost with this navigation feature, so that'll be nice. But that still requires the event organizers to make a good GPS file that's accurate to the course, so it can only save me so much. It's got really good battery life too. Alrighty, so I know some of you guys wanted more food content here in Japan, but I've gotten an expert about Japan.
Hi.
This is Japanstagram. She has a big following on Instagram, doing a lot of good Japan content for foreigners to learn more about it. But what are your recommendations in terms of food in Japan?
Okay, so I'm Rin-chan. You have to search the Japanstagram to find me for some reason. If you just search Japanstagram, I don't come up.
Oh.
But my food recommendations for Japan. So I would say I do love sushi roll. It's like what do you call it? Kaiten sushi, where the sushi goes around on the conveyor belt, because it's just like so cheap and you can't get sushi like that. For example, in the UK, which is where I'm half from. And also, it's not bad. It's not bad. Some people shit on it. Sorry, am I allowed to swear on your channel?
Yeah.
So, but it's not bad. And then also, you should try natto, because natto is really, really good for you, but you probably won't like it. But if you do like it, you're onto something, because it's really good for you. And also check out every department store and like train station in the basement. They have massive food halls there. After like a certain time, everything goes on discount, so you can get really, really cheap bento, sushi boxes, and that's great for like a hotel picnic dinner.
That's actually really good advice. I'm going to check out that tip number 3. Thank you very much. I think that Japanstagram makes some great content compared to the cringy Japan glazing content that's out there, so make sure you go check her out if you want to know more about Japan and also find some really funny, entertaining reels. But that's enough chat about food. Let's go back to Mount Fuji and talk about some of my recent workouts, because you all know that I'm working on my VO2 max right now. Alright guys, so we have gotten out of Tokyo to this beautiful location. We're actually at Lake Kawaguchi, which is where you can see Mount Fuji. It's a little bit covered at the top right now, but I think tomorrow morning we're going to get a really clear view of it, so that'll be sick. But yeah, we're going to go run a little bit. We're kind of up a hill, so we got to go down a bit, which means we've got to come back up at the end. But yeah, super excited. And I'm grateful for this mic so I don't have to be that loud, because I don't want to be that obnoxious tourist at this really quiet resort. But yeah, this place is beautiful, and yeah, I'm keen to just start running. Check that out. I just wanted to quickly run down what I've done in terms of workouts since the week of training videos that I uploaded. I haven't been filming the sessions this week that much. But anyway, on Wednesday, I actually did a mixed VO2 and threshold workout, and I typically would save those mixed sessions in terms of intensity for closer to races to like mimic the race a little bit more, but I did it mainly because the other guys were doing it as well, so I thought why not. It's pretty hard to maintain that the whole year round, and also when you don't have that many races coming up, you don't really need to be mimicking the race. You want to get the point of the session correct, which is, you know, either threshold or working on your speed, and mixing kind of confuses the stimulus that you're trying to get from your body as well. So not really a fan of mixing it when I don't have a race coming up, but we did 5 by 1300 with a 300 close for each of the reps. So it was basically 1k threshold followed by 300 meters of send. And I did the workout correctly. I feel like I went through the K for all the reps at roughly 320 or something, and then I closed in like a 47 or 48 or 49 for all the 300. So yeah, good pickup in pace, obvious change in intensity, which is always what you want for a workout like that. So yeah, pretty happy with it. As always, I did like a bit more after that. So I did an 800 meter threshold after that, followed by 4 by 200 to still kind of work on that speed, which is the main thing that I'm trying to work on right now. Because I think speed will help me out with the ultras coming up in the middle of the year. So that's basically what I did on Wednesday. Quick little intermission to talk about the Bob and Brad Q2 Pro massage gun. Now, it's pretty funny because Jake and I were talking about this the other day. We keep on getting sent Bob and Brad massage guns.
I'm actually going to give it a little zap now, give the full body with this weapon right here from Bob and Brad.
And they keep getting bigger and all that, which is so funny. But this is the Q2 Pro. And the special thing about this one is that it has a heat and cold version. So I've already featured another gun on the channel a few months ago, and that one didn't have the temperature changes, but this one you can control the temperature using these buttons right here. And also you've got a USB-C thing to charge it, because you need to charge this one separately to the massage gun itself. So you need to charge both things individually. They plug out, they obviously come off like this, and you just screw it in. And the thing that Jake and I like about massage guns is that you can tailor the pressure to however you want it, because when you go get a massage, they sometimes go extremely hard, and I feel like I feel way worse after a massage. And that's not putting off people that do go to massages, but I know that Jake as well, he stopped going to massages for a while because he does enjoy using the gun a lot more. And yeah, we just both tend to feel terrible, and I become like crippled the day after a massage. And I've even gotten injured from someone pressing too hard on one of my tendons, because you're not meant to press so hard on a tendon as well. So you need to actually go to someone that knows their stuff if you're getting a massage. And I'm not personally willing to take that risk, so I usually go for massage guns and just do it myself. But anyway, as always, shout out to Bob and Brad, link will be in the description. So 2 days after that 5 by 1300 workout, we're doing this 5 by 5 minute threshold workout today. So we're gonna do a bit of a workout on the river. And yeah, it's actually really nice. There's probably going to be no traffic lights, and I live right next to this river, so yeah, that'll be good. Although we're only staying here for a few weeks, and then my mom's going to move into somewhere near Yogi Park, so this is only a temporary thing, but it's kind of cool living somewhere other than Shibuya, which is where I've been growing up my whole life, so yeah. Alrighty, first rep done. Feeling really good today. Better than the other day where I did the 5 by 1300. So looking promising, but I'm not that fussed about today's workout. I want to keep it ideally as close to LT1 as possible. So first rep was 347, but literally felt like a jog. So that's good signs. Rep 2 done. This one had a hairpin turn in the middle of the rep. So technically I'd say that was a better rep in terms of like velocity and threshold. A few inclines, like very subtle as well, like this one here. But yeah, it's not bad at all. It's still like pretty damn flat, and honestly for the longer reps I'd rather have a bit of undulation. So yeah, pretty happy with the workout so far. Let's keep ticking away. Alrighty, third rep done. I think it was 345s or 342, not really sure, but I actually had a bunch of chicks cycling the same pace for that whole rep, so I think that kind of helped pick up the pace a bit. But yeah, I'm gonna carry on. Alright, so I think that rep was a 340 pace, and I feel like I'm undercooking it a bit, so I'll pick it up a tiny bit, but nothing crazy. Starting now. Alright, so that last rep was at 338, but I'd say the effort increased a fair amount. Still threshold though. But I think what happened is the first and second rep was against headwind. Third and fourth rep was with a tailwind, so I think that's why I felt good. And then last rep was into the headwind again. So because it was headwind and fastest rep, it felt definitely more like an LT2, but pretty happy with the workout overall. Just gonna jog home now and carb up, have some protein. few days after this, I actually got a really nice run around Lake Calgary, but I didn't get to film as much as I wanted. Anyway, let's skip to the new year and see what I got up to. Righty guys, so it's the 1st of January, super exciting, and I thought I'd quickly talk about my plans for this year because it's pretty exciting. I'm going to change things up. I actually want to get more out of myself, so one of my big changes I'm going to make this year is I'm going to race a lot more and throw myself in the deep end a bit and experience more of what it's like to hurt and increase my mental strength, which I think will give me some good benefits later on. Now, someone who knows a lot about racing every week is Randy Japan, so we're going to meet up with him today and ask him a little bit more about whether he thinks that's beneficial to training and getting faster at running. I am planning on racing a bit more this year, like more frequently. Like, is there a reason why you do that? Do you think that will help as well?
Would you, are you going to race like all out races or some of them?
I think some training.
Okay, okay.
Like, especially the longer road marathons, because I don't want to debut in the road marathon properly until I'm like really seriously trained for it.
Like comfortable in the distance.
I actually want to do a few training marathons. So I wouldn't go all out and everything.
Because I think rather than doing it in training, I think the hardest thing is staying controlled enough, like when you don't get carried away. But maybe if you like don't taper at all and then do it as like a 90% effort, 95%, it's such a good training stimulus. And more fun than just like banging out a solo training session.
Because if you were solo, you wouldn't run that quick at a low perceived effort. Like it'll be all out.
Because
like, you wouldn't even be able to hit the pace.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas like having a group, crowd, you can definitely just smash that way better run.
Because I feel like even I'm at the stage where I find it hard to even hit marathon pace in training.
Always, honestly, it just feels fast. Like, that does feel quick.
I guess we both train solo quite a lot. So it's a bit harder.
But then as soon as suddenly you're in a race, it's like, the perceived effort just goes way down.
Yeah, true. Well, I guess that's another reason why people shouldn't over-fixate on pace and training too much.
Feeling like,
Also, shout out to Vix.
Yes. Boom, there we go. A natural promo.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, this one goes everywhere. This is my go-to.
So after seeing Jake do his 3x3K and walking around and seeing these Olympic medalists on the wall of the National Stadium, I'm motivated more than ever to have an epic 2026. So with that, we're going to end the video off here. I'll see you in the next video.